this one.
Okay. We're live. It's all happening.
Oh, this is turning out okay.
Okay. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Starting a little early. So more people will come. I'm just going to sharpen my tools while we wait. Yeah, you can come hang out. Yeah. Get down here. This. Here. Okay. Alright. Almost there. Just gotta do the tail now. Tail. This is Japanese whetstone, which I use. Sharpen is this way, or the fin's this way. That way, and oh, that's weird to have them like this and like this. That ain't right, but kind of like that. I'll do it like this. I think that's the best way to do it. What do you think? Good? Feels pretty sharp. Okay. That one we've been using a lot. And where is it? Where's that one? There it is. This little one. We've been using this one a lot. I'm going to sharpen that a little bit too before we start. So, just like the other fins, let's go to one side, and then I come in with the V gouge to match the score line. And it gives like this kind of like fin texture. Yeah, that's nice. And let's carve out the rest of that fin. Let's go those edges too. It looks pretty good. What do you think? That's what that'll do. I think so. If I can use any of the others? Not really. Okay. How's that stone feel? Feels okay. Okay. On to the main event. Carving this. Is that okay? Yeah. And so the tools that we just used, these two main leaves, is mainly carving all the detail that you see here.
And we're just going to keep continuing on that today. Finish the rest of the kimono. Maybe find the courage to finish the rest of the koi. That's one of the hardest parts, so I've been like, okay,
kind of avoiding it a bit.
So
Maybe we will do it today.
I know it doesn't look like much.
We shall see.
But we can actually see how this fish is going to print. Kind of, a little. Oh, hi, Linda. It's nice to see you. Or see you in the chat room, I should say. I learned this recently. I can't believe I like. It's like a recent thing that I learned. Just gonna start. You can test your blocks with carbon paper. And right, like so simple. Hopefully, that looks okay for everybody. If I want to see that fish, right? I want to see what we just carved. It's okay. It's right there. Warm up a bit with an easier part. So the first thing that I do, we're going to do this one here, is I score the edges. Oh, I'm cutting diagonally. Sorry. With this tool, which is called the hangito, I cut just along the lines that I drew. That's what it looks like in pencil. Or will look like. Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks like a fish. That's all. Looks like the kind of fish that we want it to look like. You take this tool. So there's just one part that I saw we didn't carve. We'll take care of that right now. If you did everything okay. And it just comes out of the score line. So you just go shape by shape. Oh, cut line by line. Come on. What have you done? I'll get my angles together. I mean, one day it'd be cool to have two cameras. The lines are very small, so that's why I'm wearing the magnifying glasses. Like kind of like a swivel arm, I guess. So you can like move it around. And on this point, it's just me. Just me. Well, we'll see if they do. Okay. Let's carve something else. Let's carve that. That. Okay. Carve all the way down here. This one. So if there's a larger area you need to carve out, kind of use some of the bigger tools and makes it a bit easier. That's a whole shape. This one. No, we gotta do the fish. I know we just carved a fish, and it was annoying. We have to do another one. Because it's a good idea to do the inside part before you do the outside parts. Just in case you need to like, let's say you're like carving in here or something, you like go outside this line, then all you do is you just change the line to go a little bit wider. It's a bit safer. Okay, we'll carve this fish. We'll be okay. Nice. Okay, next fin. Yeah. Wait, why am I using my left hand? Do that whole section right here. Let's find out if I can carve this one. Now we'll just move on to the next. When I was in first year at university, I broke my arm in half, my right one. So I couldn't like write. I couldn't make art. So I had to learn how to do paint with my left hand. And now I can paint like ambidextrous, which is kind of nice. But I usually don't carve ambidextrously. Only when I'm like doing really long projects, and my like right hand just gets like super tired, and I'm doing like really monotonous things. So I really trust my left hand for carving detail. This one worked out okay. You know, I find with lino cut, it's even a little bit more dangerous if the tool slips. But with this, since the wood's a bit stiffer, I feel like my hand doesn't slip out as much. That's not to say that I haven't cut myself doing this. But it hasn't been like around here, it's just been me like doing this and cutting myself. So it's more of my mistake. You know, what's nice about this process is all the inks are watercolors. You know, it's just carving out of wood. So it's really like the most eco-friendly printing that I've done. You know, I've done a lot of different printmaking processes that aren't like so great for my health. So now that we've scored it, I'm going to take up the middle parts with the U gouge. Oh, these are birch. I'm cutting on birch. Traditionally, it's the cherry wood that they would use because it's like very hard. But since that's more rare, this is more like available. I use the birch. And actually, in Japan, the birch was kind of a more expensive wood, whereas here it's like very easy to find anywhere. So that's kind of a benefit of like being in this country. Is some of the materials are actually pretty cheap, unlike the paper, which you have to pay a lot of money for. Another spot. That was close. Oh, I almost carved out the wrong part. Oh, I was not paying attention to that. The line is here. Oh, that was so close. That's the tough part about this kind of printmaking. You carve out the wrong part. If you can find the piece, you can glue it back in, but sometimes it's not possible, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like just now. Oh no. It's okay. I will improvise. Okay. I'll bring you closer. Okay. Okay. This line went to here, and this part shipped out. So now the line's gonna go to there. Whoop. Yeah. The part that I almost screwed up seems okay. Alright, back at it. Okay. I almost carved out the eye of this fish. Came off with another piece. So what I'm going to do is cut off the other piece, and my breath is going to blow away the piece I wanted to glue on. It's okay. There's still a little bit of an eye left. Yeah. So we've already done these 3 parts here, right? So actually, when you get into it, it goes pretty fast. Let's do something a little bit more nerve-wracking. Let's do one of the fish. These 2 are done. 1, 2, 3. I should do this one, but that's one of the harder ones. This is the easier one, but I should do this one. I'm very nervous about it. Sorry about that. The camera's suction cupped to a frisbee, so sometimes it comes loose. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Anyway, suction cup and a frisbee. With carving, I always like to do the harder. You know, that's all you need, right? Because if I totally mess it up, then it's not so bad like starting all over again. You know, if you mess up the really hard parts at the end, you save it for last. I mean, all that matters is all that time watching. And you might have messed something up. So on this you're watching, I started the face first, and I actually should very much for that, even though it's one of the harder parts, because I should have warmed up a little bit instead of carving the eyes first thing. So they're not not perfect, but it doesn't matter. The most important thing with anything that I make is that it just looks generally like the thing it's supposed to look. I have a dream that that's the most important thing out there. Because for me, the message is more important than there's a function with Twitch TV where streamers can share their live streams. They can combine them into one kind of picture-in-picture stream. So for team games and people playing together. But what if it's artists who get their live streams going? We have a digital open studio, a digital shared space. So even though we're artists in different places, we can have a shared studio. So for the fans, just people do that, live in the same city. Scoring the outside, but it's online. So you're making art and you're streaming it, but you're watching just cutting to your friends also making art and streaming it. So it kind of plus this, everyone can watch, all the people that like to watch these things, and they can enjoy watching 4 different artists work in the same space, in the same streaming space. Anyway, the fish is fine. Just a dream. Maybe this quarantine will end and then we'll all just go back to working alone. I don't know. I feel in some ways more connected to people. But I guess the interactions are more quantifiable. This is chat logs. They, every time we see someone, it's in our calendar, right? Instead of just oh, I was walking down the street and I ran into this friend and we went to the park, and then we ran into this other friend and this other friend. So, I don't know. Do the fins go this way? Kind of like a dolphin fin. Yeah, I guess they do go that way. That's very true. Right? That's very true. I tell my students that too. But Vanessa, you could the artists are the only ones that see in that studio. No one else, sees it. Is what I'm saying. you know, because like people make art at different
always with
times,
like the
right?
things
So
that
it's
I
kind of like
teach,
people coming in and out of
they're
like
always like
streaming
good lessons for me to like remember as well.
And certainly,
Which
like,
is probably why I'm like teaching them.
people would watch your painting, but do I ever learn? I don't know. Okay, that part. I think that there's like, I don't know. I think that there's something there, or certainly like if this goes on forever, it's gonna be the only thing option we have left to be able to like collaborate and make art together. Because I think like for as much as I make art alone, I think that it's like important to make art with other people, which is kind of like my my motivation for doing this. You know, I wanted to do it for so long because I was just like making things by myself and watching other live streams on like the internet. And even though like I'm pretty shy about bringing people into my process, I'm enjoying it. And I think the more that I do it, the better I'm going to get at it, and the more comfortable I'm going to get at it is really like the main thing. Okay, so we've got the body, fin, back fin. Now we just got to do the two back side fins. What makes the fish so hard is that there's a lot of small, tiny details. It can get a bit confusing. Like what you've cut, what you haven't cut. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. And now the little like mustache antenna thing. I use the V-gouge for that. There you go. Okay. So next it is. What's that? Oh, okay, we'll do that one next. That's a good one to do. Ah! Everything's okay. Sorry to take you on a ride. There we go. All better, I think. Alright, we were carving out this fishing. Sorry. There we go. That line, and this line. I put the carps in, like, swimming into the kimono because, like, we have, like, this message, right? And that's, like, for all, like, the dumb morons that don't, like, understand anything, right? You understand. Yeah. But I also wanted to, like, give a message to, you know, other Asians, the rest of our community, you know, to say that they're beautiful and that they're loved. So the carp here, the koi fish, are, like, a symbol of strength and, like, beauty. But they also are, like, dragons, like, strength. You know, so I thought that that was, like, very fitting to have this kind of, like, carp kimono where they're, like, swimming up. And I also needed to make, like, a good composition where your, like, eye goes, like, around in a circle, right? So that's nice. So your eye kind of swims up the kimono from the head, down the words, and then back again. And that's, like, super important and something I think about whenever I make my compositions is, like, the eye flow. Wow. To make sure that, like, you're always, like, keeping people's eyes, like, coming back around and around. That for me is, like, good composition. Okay. We were avoiding the fish. You notice I, like, did that whole, like, other thing to avoid carving this fish. Anyway. Whoa! Ah. We're still getting the set together, and it's a little precarious. You can see that the light is, like, moving around. It's just like a lamp with some tinfoil on it. Okay. I think that made the light better. I think it's a little bit brighter. But you can see the, like, magnifying glasses. The, like, 2 dots. Okay. And then I need this one. You gouge. Literally just that. And then I'll go medium flat. So I gotta start carving out along the edges I just scored in the big areas. And then I'll go to the small areas with the little one. So, it's too bad that it's all small detail. So I'm never going to show you each scale this one on the fish, like, which I'm simplifying, but this is the smallest one. Yeah, this fish I'm doing. This isn't even the biggest one you can get. This is the biggest one I have.
So I kind of have to score the edges
big
of
difference.
like every box. I don't know if you can see that.
Hopefully I don't forget a line.
Looks like these will come out. But that's okay.
Even those two, it's a big difference.
This part doesn't have to be like super exact. It can be like a little bit messy.
Two.
Because it is like a fish swimming, so it's not like a
Three.
perfect pattern. Anyway. Okay, I did down the lines. Now I'm doing the back cut. Oops. 1 second. Yeah, back in business. That is what it says.
Okay. Yes, hopefully you have a good night. And yeah, enjoy your gaming, gamer. It's my first time, everybody.
Me? I'm gonna start. What time is it? I can carve for a little bit longer. And then I too will call it a night.
I don't know why I said I would stream so late. It's like I haven't passed my bedtime, to be honest. But I don't know, like it feels like this is a good time for late night streaming. People are just like going to bed, relaxing. Okay. I screwed something up. It's okay, I can fix it with this. So I'm going to show you. You can fix your mistakes sometimes.
That line. Now I need to do this line. This line.
I know it's hard to see. See that piece that's lifting up right there? This piece right here. So I am going to glue it back down. Which I will show you. Right. The camera holds somehow. Ah. It's okay.
It's okay. A little dab of glue. That down. And that down. This side. Oops. There. It's like nothing ever happened. Cool. Where am I? Oh, I lost my spot.
You like this super close-up view?
Oh, wait.
It's so close. Could it get any closer?
Anyway.
Yeah. Should back up. Back on the frisbee.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
I did this. I did this right. All these little
Should I
squares.
do one
should
more?
just pop out. Sort of.
One more space. You did pretty good today. Did all this. 2 fish. All this. So this like whole part here. Just in like an hour and a half. Oh yeah.
Sorry, it's getting too close.
It's already cut out.
Oh yeah, that's what I need. Square sides.
Okay, I'll do this part right here. And that kind of finishes that level up there. Whoops. Okay. Here. Okay. What is it? What's that? Yeah, good. There we go. Okay. Whoa. Whew. Whew. Ah. Nice. I'm happy. I think we made some good art today, or at least some progress,
Nice if
right?
the
Every day we'll just like keep plugging away.
yeah, the
Get
audio
a little bit more down.
that'll get better one day. I'll get a better
Right.
microphone.
Just a few days ago we were up here. Now we're all the way down here. So I think tomorrow I'll actually have all this carved. And then maybe the next day I can start working on the words and carving everything else around there.
But I hope the carving noises are coming
Something to
through
look forward to. But it's late, so I'm gonna have a snack and go to bed. Who knows when I'm gonna stream again? It'll be soon, of course, but I don't think it's gonna be any kind of schedule. I think it'll just be like when I feel like it, I'll just turn it on. So yeah, it is what it is. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. Oh, let's take those glasses off. Those are super intense. Have a good night.